Connor Newcomb here with Terps catcher Justin Morris. And Justin, first of all, 3 hits today, 4 times on base. What were you seeing up there that was making you so successful at the plate?
Yeah, I mean, I've been just grinding through some things, but I'll tell you what, it just felt the last 2 weekends just seeing all lefties. It finally felt good to face a righty, and I was able to see the ball better, and I was getting on the fastballs and wasn't missing them tonight.
Now, obviously, in the second inning, that big 3-run homer off the light pole out there in right field. How good did that feel knowing you hadn't had a home run up until today?
Oh, yeah, it felt really good. I mean, just sometimes that one at bat can finally give you some confidence to get things rolling for me. So after that bat, I started to feel more confident throughout the night.
And you guys have had a little bit of offensive struggles recently, especially at the bottom of the lineup. How big is it for you and for the team to have a guy like you really tearing it up in the 9-hole?
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I don't even really pay attention to the lineup. I think we have guys who have the ability up through 1 through 9, and for us, it's just stringing things together. It doesn't really matter where we're at, just as long as we're getting quality at bats lined up, and that's what we did tonight. And it was cool because it didn't seem like it, but at the end of the first game, it seemed like we had the momentum rolling into the second game, and we just carried it over.
Thanks, Justin. Congrats on the big day.
Thank you.
I'm Connor Newcomb back here on BTN Ski with Terps head coach Steve Aaron. And Steve, congrats on the 4-set win over Iowa. And it looked like it was a big day from Gia Milano that helped you guys to the victory.
Yeah, you know, she had a shot to win game 3 for us. We thought she didn't finish there. I'm glad we showed some resiliency. I thought we played pretty well in the 4th set. I mean, it wasn't our best match. We didn't play clean, but I'll take the result for sure.
Yeah, that 3rd set was a little tough, got away from you, but what you see in your team to kind of rally back and put away that.
Well, we're just so young, man. Like, at times they press and they go into a different spot and they try to do too much. You just have to play the game the right way. You play the game the right way, the game rewards you. And I thought we prepared well all week. Adam and Kristen did an amazing job of getting the team ready, and they produced.
And then Erica Pritchard, she was second on the team today with 12 kills, and seemed like her service aces. She's #1 in the Big Ten with the aces. Seemed like the serve was big for her, especially.
Yeah, I mean, we missed a ton of serves, but part of it is that's the weapon, right? So you'll be okay with making some, missing some. I thought at the end of the day we did some nice things. I'm just happy for the kids, man. It's been 15 years since this program made the tournament. I think that just clinched it.
And now tomorrow night, you guys have a big test against Nebraska. What are you looking for from your team against a top 5 team in the country?
Hammer balls, close your eyes, go to work. You know, they're trying to win a national championship. We're trying to make the tournament. I think tonight probably sealed it for us, but we got a big test tomorrow, and then that's what I'm going to go tell them now is you can celebrate for about 20 minutes, and then we're back to work.
Here's Willie Bourbon hitting from the left side for Northwestern, the first baseman for the Wildcats in all 3 games of this series. Started all 22 games now for the Wildcats. Runner on second with 2 down. First pitch finds the inside corner for strike 1 from Parsons. Parsons trying to build off that last start, as I talked about, against Stetson, a 2-hit complete game shutout for the junior out of Fruitland, Maryland. Stands at 6'3", 200 pounds from Parkside High School. 0-1 pitch inside, maybe low as well, as the count evens at 1. It's really been just 4 dominant starts in a row from Hunter Parsons. He's gone 7 innings, 9 innings, 7 innings, and 9 innings again. Here's the 1-1 delivery. That just misses from Parsons, and the count is 2-1. Hunter was looking for that pitch there, but he falls behind in the count. I talked about those last 4 starts against Ball State, Bryant, ECU, and Stetson. The Terps have won 3 of those 4 Sunday games. 2-1 pitch just misses as well, a little bit low, and the count's 3-1. He's got the righty on deck in Connor Lind. He's had a little bit of a tough weekend. 1 for 7 is Lind here in College Park. Willie Bourbon 2 for 9 in the 2 games, couple of doubles. 3-1 pitch is low, 2-out walk issued by Parsons. Now 2 on and 2 down as Lynn steps to the plate.
Designated hitter number 15, Connor Lind.
So it's Connor Lind, the senior from Arden, North Carolina, stepping in. He's got an RBI chance here. Lind on the season hitting just 179 and has the 5 RBI. Big chance here early for Northwestern. The Wildcats scored 3 runs in the first inning yesterday. The offense was hot early for the Wildcats. First pitch, Parsons gets ahead with that one.
Good job there by Parsons getting ahead. He's been struggling with the low part of the zone. This umpire is not calling the low pitch, and that's something that's a big part of Parsons' game. So he's got to make sure he can find a new part of the zone to work in without letting that ball leak too high in the zone. That's where troubles will arise for him.
Here's an 0-1 pitch. That time he finds the fastball at the knees, and he is quickly ahead 0-2. Connor Lind, a 1 for 7 weekend, has drawn a couple of walks and scored a run for the Wildcats. Now he's behind 0-2 as Parsons tries to work a scoreless first. Runners go on the 0-2 pitch. Morris throws down to second, and it's in time. Justin Morris throws out the backside runner, Willie Bourbon, trying to steal, and that ends the inning. Hunter Parsons, a scoreless frame as we head to the bottom of the first here from College Park. Here in the bottom of the first inning. So we look here at a little April Fool's Day joke here from head coach Rob Vaughn. He put up the lineup today, but as you can see, a little bit different than it usually looks. He's got 9 pitchers in there in the April Fool's Day lineup with, of course, Chris Alleen, a normal shortstop, getting the start on the mound, and a couple of guys in there that, Pat, I know they're pitchers, but a lot of those guys hit in high school. I'm sure they'd love to get another shot at the plate.
Absolutely, and I know John Murphy, who had a career 0 for 1 in high school for Gloucester Catholic in South Jersey. He had a career 0 for 1 with a looking strikeout. I know he'd love to get out there and see if he can do a little damage with the bat today.
So leading it off for the Terps is Nick Dunn again. He's become the leadoff hitter, at least for this weekend, has led off all 3 games. He will face the Northwestern starter, the freshman left-hander Jack Pagliarini. Standing at 6'1", 190 from Springboro, Ohio. Dunn sends a first pitch fastball into right field, going back at the track, at the wall. Nick Dunn on the first pitch. That's how you get a ball game started, and Dunn puts the Terps up 1-0.
Great piece of hitting right there by Dunn, just ready to hit right away. This has become the idea. This is the identity that Coach Rob Vaughn wants for their offense. They don't want to be taking first pitch at the beginning of the game, and right there you see it. First pitch, home run. Nick Dunn, great piece of hitting. Obviously jumping on the fastball right away. As you see, he gets crowned with the Ric Flair cape. Great piece of hitting there by Dunn to get this offense going.
Well, that's how you jump on a freshman starter who is making just his 4th start of the season as Jack Pagliarini for the Wildcats after moving into this Sunday role a few weeks ago, and Dunn jumps on the first pitch. Here's Marty Costas. He'll go around on that first pitch, and that is strike 1. He went too far, and well, that's really how you want to start a ball game against Pagliarini, who worked 6 innings last week, did not allow an earned run. He gives one up on the first pitch here as Costas is quickly behind 0-2. Pagliarini, the freshman, he's made 7 appearances. This will be his 8th of the year and his 4th start. 0-2 pitch is lined into right field. Burnett going over. It's going to fall in front of him for a base hit. Terps offense jumped all over the freshman lefty so far.
And a good piece of 2-strike hitting again by Costas. Costas, again, generally a pull hitter. Gets an outside pitch with 2 strikes, fights off to right. And the defensive shift, the outfield is playing very, very deep today. And in that case, it looked like it hurt them a little bit as they were playing too deep. Costas, that might have been a usual line out in most situations, but it's able to drop in there because the right fielder was playing so deep.
Here's Kevin Biondic, had a 1 for 3 day yesterday. Also appeared on the mound for the Terps. Couple of scoreless frames. Grounds one foul down to Rob Vaughn, who makes a nice play out there in the third base coach's box. Vaughn still got it from his days at Kansas State. Kevin Biondic came in, worked a scoreless 9th and a scoreless 10th yesterday on the mound, and then the Terps walked it off with a true walk-off. The walk-off walk from Taylor Wright at the bottom of the 10th as the Terps even the series with a 6-5 win. Throw over to first base, and Costas back in plenty of time. Pagliarini on the hill, a 2.49 ERA coming into this start, already given up the run on the solo shot to Nick Dunn. He's allowed 20 hits and 25 1/3. Costas goes. Biondic swings through it. Throw down not in time. And Marty Costas swipes second base for Costas, his 6th stolen bag of the season.
Great jump by Costas, moving to the scoring position again with nobody out. Sorry, looked like a botched hit and run right there, but Costas still able to steal the bag, even though Biondic was not able to put the ball in play. Good job by Costas.
Yeah, it looked like a hit and run because you don't see Biondic swinging a lot at a curveball that was below the knees there, but Costas got an incredible jump off of first base and was able to swipe second. But Biondic now behind 0-2. He lines that one into center field. Dickey going back on it, got it lined up, and makes the catch. Costas is going to try it. He's going to get into third with no throw, so Biondic still a productive out to get the runner to third.
They've been doing it both ways a little bit this inning. A little bit of small ball to move Costas from first to third after Dunn goes yard. So man on third with one out. Great situation here for the Terps in the first inning. Coach Rob Vaughn's got to be very happy with what the Terps have been able to do so far. Let's see if they can continue it, put a few more runs up in this inning.
Yeah, that's the small ball you like to see. You know, not a bunt from your number 3 hitter, but Kevin Biondic trying to make it a 3-0 game. He just misses one to center field, but you'll still take it. Another fly ball could get another run in for the Terps here as A.J. Lee steps in. The junior lines one towards right field. That's in for a base hit. Costas will score, and the Terps have put up a 2 spot already here in the first.
Here we go as NC State will inbound the ball into Mays. They will go right to left in the white jersey starting this third quarter. Up 32-26 here. The winner headed to the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament. They will go to Kansas City and presumably face the number 1 seeded Mississippi State Bulldogs, barring an upset. Feed inside for Mays, covered by Jones, puts up a hook shot. She's blocked by Jones. The Terps go the other way. Good first defensive possession for Maryland. Lewis setting up the offense. Gives to Kristinaki off a screen on the left wing. Gives it back to Lewis. Now she'll reset with 18 on the shot clock. Lewis, Kristinaki, Charles, Jones, and Confroy out there for the Terps. Here's Charles off a screen. Gives it to Jones on the right block. Spin move, puts it up with the left hand and gets it to go. Beautiful move from Stephanie Jones, and the Terps have cut the lead to 4.
It's very important for Maryland to get those first points of the second half because they need to build on that throughout the rest of the game.
The other way comes NC State. Layup there, no good, but rebound from Mays, and she is fouled. She will go to the line for 2. Kayla Ely missed the layup there, but Mays came storming in from the free throw line, grabbed the ball, and was hit on the arm as she went up, and she will shoot 2. Mays a perfect 4 of 4 at the free throw line so far today, and her first one here is no good, so broadcaster jinx there. She misses, and the Terps are still down 4.
That foul came on Confroy, her second of the game. It'll be interesting to see how Coach Freeze handles that as we get deeper.
Mays came in shooting at 64.6% from the line. She hits the second one. Wolfpack up 33-28, under 9 to play in the third quarter. Here from Reynolds Coliseum in Raleigh. Terps and Wolfpack, an old ACC matchup. Charles gives to the corner for Kristinaki. Backs it out with the behind-the-back dribble and gets around a screen from Charles out to the top of the key. Now hands off for Lewis. On the right hand, she backs it out, 8 to shoot. Screen from Charles. Lewis gets inside, kicks it back out. Long 2 from Stephanie Jones. She rattles it home. First 4 points of the half have come from Jones. Terps cut it to 3, 33-30. Half-court pressure here from Charles. Ball given off to Leslie, covered by Confroy. She's looking inside for Nelson. Can't get it to her, instead to Nays. Now they feed Nelson, and she lays it in. Beautiful high-low basketball from the Wolfpack, and their lead is back to 5.
Yeah, that's just a great offense we've seen from NC State all day. The pass, the movement, it's just been great basketball for them. That's why they're up 5 right now.
Shanice Lewis on the left wing, 15 to shoot for Maryland. Just standing around looking for cutters. Now Confroy, top of the key, has it knocked away, gets it back. Now 9 to shoot on the right hand. Hands off for Kristinaki, gets inside with the left hand, and a blocking foul is called on Kristinaki's drive to the hole. And still down on the floor there, picking up the blocking foul was Akila Mays.
And Reynolds Coliseum did not like that call one bit. Kristinaki will head to the line, and I believe that was Mays' third personal foul, excuse me.
That's the third on Mays. Kristinaki at the line for 2. They called it a shooting foul as she knocks down the first one. A 35-31 game now But it looks like Mays is going to stay in the game. No, we got a late sub here just before the free throw. It's the junior forward, Dee Rogers, checking in for NC State here in this one, as Mays will go to the bench with the 3 personals. Kristinaki's second free throw, good as well. Terps cut it to 3 again, 35-32, 7:47 in the third quarter. Terps pressing here. Long pass almost picked off. The ball is loose, but Nelson has it, and she's fouled in the backcourt by Kristinaki. But it looks like the Terps coaching staff actually happy with that. Terps being aggressive on the ball on Kristinaki. That's her second personal.
We see Maryland, they started the game, as well as the game against Princeton, with that high press, really putting NC State on their heels right here. They'll do it again here off the inbound.
Inbound to Leslie. She goes coast to coast with it, covered by Confroy. Now backs it out on the left wing. Gets a screen from Nelson and now gives off to Ely. And in the corner for Koenig. Koenig looking for someone to pass to, finds Leslie, top of the key, 14 to shoot for NC State. Leslie on the right-hand dribble, gets inside, kicks it out to Koenig, puts up a deep 3, and it's no good. Rebound fought for inside, and a foul is called on Stephanie Jones. NC State will keep possession on Jones. That's her third personal, a big call, and Bree Frazier immediately checks back into the game for her.
We talked about it with such a short Maryland bench as it's been all season. Coach Brenda Fries really does not like her bigs getting in foul trouble.
Inbound, loose. Kyla Charles comes up with it, and it's a jump ball called. Possession arrow is pointing towards Maryland, and the Terps will have the ball.
That's big for Maryland to be forcing these turnovers from NC State. We talked about how the Wolfpack was a little sloppy in the first half with the ball. Maryland only capitalized, scoring 6 points off of 10 turnovers, I believe. So they'll have to do the same here in the second half to come back.
Shanice Lewis the other way for the Terps, trailing by just 3 points, 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. Gives to Confroy off a screen. Confroy inside with the left hand, lays it up, but it's no good. And Leslie has the rebound. Kiara Leslie bringing it the other way, covered by Charles. Looking to dump inside. She finds Nelson. Poked away by Kristinaki. Ball is loose on the floor. Nelson has it, but throws it away. And now we'll see what the call is. And there's actually going to be a 3-second violation called on Nelson as she was trying to get that ball in the lane. She was lying in the lane, and before she threw it away to Confroy, it's a turnover, the 12th of the day for the Wolfpack.
So Kristen Confroy will take a seat on the bench to applause from the Maryland fans, the senior leader, getting a break because she'll be important for Maryland down the stretch.
Aisha Small back in for the Terps with her 7 points. Lewis gives to Frazier in the high post. Trying to dump it inside, instead goes to Charles. On the left wing, she swings inside for Small on the block, working on the smaller Koenig. Spin move, fadeaway jumper, and she got the roll. What a shot from Aisha Small. She's cut the lead to 1, 35-34, with 6.5 to play in the third. Ely comes the other way for NC State, covered by the freshman Shanice Lewis. Ely gets a screen from Nelson. Gets to the right wing, now kicks to the outside. Inside pass for Nelson, and she is fouled by Kyla Charles. And another big call, as that's the third personal on Charles. So now Charles and Jones each have 3 for the Terps.
And we talked about Kyla Charles having to come up big for Maryland down the stretch, and with 3 fouls, it's going to be tough for Coach Brenda Fries to leave her in this game.
So a quick sub again. Kristen Confroy right back into the game for Charles, who will sit. We'll see how long Brenda Fries can keep her on the bench. 16 minutes to play. She's got those 3 fouls. Inbounds pass stolen away by Kristinaki. Bad communication by the Wolfpack. Now Lewis coming the other way. She gets inside, probes the defense, then backs it out to the top of the key. Gives to Confroy in the corner. Gets a screen from Frazier. Confroy picks up her dribble. Now Frazier in the corner. She's working on Nelson. Drives baseline. Little spin move. Kicks it to the corner. Aisha Small there. She drives inside. Right-handed floater. No good. Rebound tipped out and controlled by Leslie. She's got nobody behind her the other way, and Kiara Leslie lays it up and in. NC State's lead is back to 3. Right back the other way comes Lewis, and it's stolen by Ely. Didn't see her behind her. Ely the other way, 3-on-2. Kicks it across. Stolen by Confroy. Ball is loose. Picked up, a shot from the ground, and a foul is called. A wild sequence here, but NC State will go to the line for 2.